Across the narrow sea, your books are filled with words like usurper and madman and blood right. Here, our books are filled with numbers. They prefer the stories they tell. More plain, less open to interpretation.
So I've been doing some math, okay? So I took basically one wheel, okay? So the first circle would go from this dot to this dot, and the second circle would go from the bottom dot to the top dot. And when I measured that out, I got 150 millimeters for the large radius, and I got 30 millimeters for the small radius with a 1:5 ratio. You know, like this was fabricated by man in the 80s. Okay? So this is what I got to work with. Like I said, it's unitless, but you got to start somewhere. Now, when you look at the math here, your circumference is equal to 942.5, let's say, for the large ring, and 188.5 for the small ring. I divided this one by 42 because I do believe there's 42 magnets. And I divided this one by 8. I know I kept saying 6, but I can't get the plus and the multiplication sign out of my head. I don't think 6 magnets are going to cover a circle very well. I think 8 are going to do a lot better job at it. And when I divided them, look, I got 22.4 millimeters and 23.56 millimeters for the diameter of each magnet. Now, if we use 22.4 millimeter magnets for everything, that means we'll have a little bit of space left over here. But I think you're going to need a lot of space because since they're so bunched up together, I think that the thickness of the magnets and everything are going to factor into this. So if we use slightly smaller magnets here, I think it's going to work out perfect. Now, when I look at this, it's a friggin' wheel, guys, okay? It's making a circle, okay? So when I say 42 magnets, it's in a 0. Like I said earlier about the solenoid being in a circle. 36 solenoids in a circle, 360. 42 magnets in a circle, 420. You know? And then we're talking 8 magnets in a circle, 80. Add those together, you get 500, which is interesting, okay? Now, 420, you guys. What I also thought, because this wheel is so close to the axle, you know, it's way closer than that one. I got thinking, okay, so this might be something, or it could be 420 plus 8. So 420 plus 8 is 428. Now 428 hertz is also an interesting hertz, okay? But now you gotta think about what is actually rotating the magnet in the center of heaven. There's gonna be 4 quadrants of magnets, 8 magnets each. 4 times 8 is 32. 3 and 2 is 5. So, when I think about it, those 4 quadrants that are rotating the central magnet in heaven, for this face, for the face, the only one face, add the 4 quadrants in the 428, you get your 432. Now, I think that's important. I don't know why I think that's important. I never actually thought about it, but I'm trying to think. Maybe, you know, again, the 144,000 divided by 432 is 3,333. Maybe that's how many rotations per minute it needs or something. I don't know. Like, how fast is this going to be? So there you go. This video is about this. Okay? If you want 42 magnets, okay, that means that the diameter of each magnet is going to be 22.44 millimeters. I think that's quite significant. You know, 11 being the master number in numerology. And I'm pretty sure I can squeeze 8 magnets at 22.4 millimeters into this configuration. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know why, guys. It's just what I think.
You did like boys before? Really? Girls, huh? I hope you won't be offended when I say I never would have guessed.
Not at all. But I was never interested in girls either.
What then?
Nothing.
Everybody is interested in something.
Not me. When I see what desire does to people, what it's done to this country, I am very glad to have no part in it.
Besides, the absence of desire leaves one free to pursue other things, such as...
Her captor, bringing her to her aunt for ransom.
A fair exchange, that is. Always held to the notion of fair exchange in all my dealings. You give me, I give you. Fair. A balance. No balance anymore.
And repay the slavers with what? Kindness? A fine? A stern warning?
It's tempting to see your enemies as evil, all of them. But there's good and evil on both sides in every war ever fought.
Let the priests argue over good and evil. Slavery is real. I can end it, I will end it, and I will end those behind it.
I sold men into slavery, Khaleesi.
And now, you are helping me show them to freedom. He will tell the masters what has happened in Marine. He will explain the choice they have before them. They can live in my new world, or they can die in their old one.